California.
Episodes. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. My name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
What's up, everybody? So, what's going on? What's new? There's not a whole lot of
too
stuff.
much. Still waiting for that X-Men set.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you do anything this weekend?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Happy
So,
belated.
Thank you, sir.
How young are you?
33. Turned 33 this year.
Oh, still young.
So I'm a young buck, according to some of you guys out there, and old man to some others. So yeah, it was fun. Went out, got some dim sum in the morning, and then in Alameda, there's this really cool arcade place. You pay like $12, and you can play arcade games all day. There's no time limit, so we did that for a couple hours. Came back home, did some work at the shop. We went out to dinner, and then I had 3 glasses of water spilled on my lap because the waitress knocked them over.
Nice.
And yeah, it was very memorable birthday. And then we got a buttload of free dessert.
Of course, because
they offered us.
That's how they
compensation for wet pants.
I think it was just water too, not like something that sticks or smells or something.
Yeah. At least it was just water. It was not a waste of a beer or a cocktail. So
yeah.
But yeah, just overall, it was a very, very good birthday. Yeah, cool. I could do that again next year.
Did you do any click stuff?
Just pack some stuff up at the shop to ship out.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. My wife's out a weekend, going out of town this following weekend for a convention herself. So I think it's having some of the boys over at barbecue.
Oh, nice.
Belated birthday party. Play some clicks.
Cool.
So other than that, keep it low key.
We did. Yeah, since there's no X-Men, it's just been kind of slow. But we did have a popper.
Oh.
We had our first popper event that was with the new format, kind of with Highlander, and you have fast forces and starters.
Yeah.
And gravity feed and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. There's only
and non-blind singles also.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, singles. Yeah. I mean, so basically no WWE, but it's not legal yet. So
yeah, but it will be legal. We'll get to that later.
No, I don't think right now. Did they say it was?
Yeah. No. They came out with an announcement saying that all WWE stuff will be legal.
Okay.
For popper format.
Okay. So then it is then. So wait, what were you saying? You said it's not?
No, I was saying all single non-blind packs are also legal for popper. So the non-blind packs are the WWE figures because you know what you're getting.
Yeah, but why differentiate? That's still a white tab, right?
I don't know. I think someone said that they were going to be bronze.
Oh, they are?
For the WWE.
I didn't know that.
I believe I read that somewhere. So that there was some sort of confusion that people might
I didn't know that there were... Are you sure that they have... Are you sure that they have the bronze tab?
Maybe I misread that somewhere. No, I'm looking at the pictures right now. They're white. So I don't know why someone
because I'm like... Because if it's not white tab, then there's no discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a white tab. I was wrong. I misread that somewhere. Okay. My apologies.
So, yeah, that's why it had to be on there. But, yeah, okay. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we had, like 4 people.
Nice.
I played, and because it was an odd number, so I just threw something together, and I played a, there's no animated series yet, so it's not completely stupid yet. But I did just throw in King. It was King Britain, Phobos, Deimos, and Wonder Woman from Elseworlds.
Okay.
Common. That's exactly 300 points, and they all have mystics.
Oh, that's gross.
And Captain Britain has a 18 imperv,
Mm-hmm.
and Phobos and Deimos have both have shape change, imperv or invuln. Wonder Woman has toughness with I think 17 defense. But more importantly, when Phobos and Deimos are within 4 of each other, they give each other +1 attack and defense.
Ah.
Right. And then when there's an opposing guy within 4 squares, they get -1 attack, -1 to the breakaway roll, and they don't automatically break. And then Captain Britain says when he's closer to the starting area than anyone else on your team, all your friendly guys get +1 defense. So as long as he's in the front, and his leadership is a special leadership, you get to remove 2 different guys. So as long as you keep him in the front of the 3 of them, he has a 19 defense. Phobos and Deimos have a 19 defense, shape change. Wonder Woman is 18, and if you're within 4, you get -1 attack. So I just like ran up there and like got close to them, and
hey, you're like, come at me.
Yeah, I'm like, fine. I'm like, it's just, I don't have any outlet. No, I don't have anything, but I'm just hoping that the mystics, the reducers, and just the high defense and stuff you're gonna miss. And sure enough, they're coming in with a Gambit. The team was a Jean Grey school team.
Okay.
It's a Gambit, Shadowcat, Wolverine, and Beast. It's really good. It's just those are the only figures you can play.
Yeah.
Because you can't play duplicates. So the Wolverine is actually really hard if you play him on that theme team. He's like,
yeah,
he is really hard to kill. Because of the stop click, super senses, toughness, and then he can heal, and then X heal on top of that. So even if you get him past to the stop click, he can like X heal to the stop click and then free heal back up. So you're like, oh great. And then yeah, it was funny watching them trying to hit 11 or 10 on my 19s like the whole game, and not hitting, and if you do hit, like I take 1 because you do 3 damage.
And I was going to say, there's not a lot of invincible in this Pomper format, if I'm correct. So that Mystics is really going to hurt.
Yeah, so I was able to just, one-shot a lot of people. Like Beast was the big problem because he has Outwit and he has Battle Fury. Well, he comes in charging in. I'm like, well, you're a 10 on 19. Go ahead. Because he's an 11 +1, but when you charge in, you're -1 to attack.
Yeah.
So that's a 10. And then, so the other perplex comes from Gambit, but Gambit had already gotten hit because he energy exploded the team. It's like, well, okay, so only Wonder Woman takes damage? No, actually it's only 1 because you don't take damage.
They have all reducers, that's right.
Yeah, they all have invuln or imperv. So I'm like, okay, well, you hit it, cool. Wonder Woman takes 1, you take 1. And like after a couple of clicks, he's like off of perplex.
Not as good.
So then, Beast is coming in. Then obviously, I get a couple good rolls, and Beast is down, Gambit is down, Shadowcat is down, and it's the whole team against Wolverine. Well, Wonder Woman ended up dying because she's very easy to kill. But then, so, Wolverine against those 3 guys, even though I couldn't kill him because it was just hard to hit, he rolled super senses, I just missed an attack, and he has regen back up. It's hard. But he also can't make any headway because he's doing 3 damage to invuln and imperv.
Yeah.
And then eventually time ran out and I ended up winning. And then the other teams were like a guy just came in and just bought a Fast Forces from Rebirth right away and just played all 6 figures out of the pack.
It's perfect.
Then another guy played an Earth X team. It was Union Jack, red and blue, King Britain, and Black Knight.
Okay.
So, nothing too crazy because, with the Highlander, the Medusas aren't that strong. They're still good, but you can only play 1. You can only play 1 giant girl.
Yeah, nerfs the giant girls. It nerfs the Medusa team. There's still a lot of other support though for the Avengers. Speaking of trying new formats, we did skirmish last Wednesday.
You mean skirmish?
Skirmish, whatever. No, it's skirmish, isn't it?
Skirmish.
Skirmish.
It's not skirmish.
It's with a K.
Yeah, skirmish. ASKIRMISH.
Skirmish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I thought you said skirmish.
I maybe I'm dropping my K. It happens.
Skirmish? No, skirmish.
Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato.
Yeah, well, that's two different words, by the way. Skirmish and skirmish. Not even the same.
Zebra and zebra. So I surprisingly enjoyed the format. I just got to build some funky stuff that I haven't tried in a while, and I don't know, maybe it's just a play group I was playing with, but we actually had a good time.
Yeah.
For the 2-player, I felt the half an hour was enough time, but with 4 players, the half an hours we had to extend the time a little bit for everyone to get enough turns in. But not as a competitive format, just as like a fun. You haven't done it in a while with your friends, probably worth a shot, but I think that's the extent of it for me. But I did enjoy myself that evening.
Cool.
Yeah, but we'll have to try the popper one next. Be cool like you.
I mean, poppers. I mean, it's more relevant in this situation because that's a states format, right?
It is States 2.0.
So I mean, that's why you gotta at least look at it if you want to play states. Obviously, animated series is gonna come up and it's gonna change everything because you got pieces like Juggernaut, Proteus,
Proteus,
like Blob. Yeah. There's a ton. So even the Dark Phoenix, not just regular Phoenix. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
with that, we can jump into the X-Men series and just kind of go over it, what we think is going to be relevant.
I haven't even really looked at that much.
There's been a few.
There are a couple things that I will go over after you go over these figures that are going to be very, very important for the format.
Whoa, it's putting a lot of pressure on me.
Well, this is very important. Like, they're going to have to do something about this.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I thought you were talking about what I was talking about. Was very, very relevant.
Go ahead. No, you can talk about it.
No, I was just thinking the Wolverine, number 1, obviously. Great call-in.
Change stealth. Yeah, that's good.
And then just a lot of the Colossals, I think, which you wanted to cover. We can start with, was it Proteus number 4?
Proteus is, I mean, yeah, that's the uncommon one, right?
The common one. Uncommon, yes.
We only have uncommon.
Yeah, uncommon, rare, super rare.
Yeah,
uncommon.
I mean, free barrier, free smoke, that's always good, right? 20 points.
Yeah. For Monster, which is already a strong.
Tyler has another toy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Proteus 14 is the rare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just don't look at my list.
Oh.
I'm just saying go over. These are relevant for something I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
But you could go over the whatever you think. Go ahead and go through the Colossals. Yep. Proteus. There's something with these I'm going to go over right now. But go ahead and... what else?
Let's see. You're talking about the Brotherhood, right? For Blob?
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if I mean, I feel like Blob will be good. Just how many points is he? 60?
60. So he's still usable as a call-in battery.
He's, you know, I mean, he's got what? Charge super strength, 3 damage, 11 attack or something like that. He's still good. I wonder how good. I wonder how relevant like a Brotherhood of Mutants team could be, because you can play multiples of this guy, right?
Yeah,
it's really hard to kill. Really hard to kill.
Yeah, you can't pulse wave him, can't outwit him, or
you have to hit him.
The damage power.
How many clicks does he have?
5 clicks. He dies on 6.
You should probably like bring these up when you cover him. But he's so for 120 points, let's say. You need to hit him. You need to hit them a total of 10 times. That's a lot, right?
It is.
Dude, it's protected. I would protect a pulse wave. What the? And then on top of that, he's immobile. Like if it's not your turn, so they can't even get him out of the way.
Yeah, they can't knock him back. So no extra damage from, crit hits the doubles.
And you know what's awesome about he has that My Mutant Brothers and Sisters trait. That's ridiculous. If you can consistently get that off, he will basically heal every time.
Yeah, get a good leadership piece in there.
He's just erasing your damage that you're doing. Right.
Yeah. And he's already hard enough to kill. He's automatically healing. So definitely possibilities there. Toad, always a good tie-up piece. Let's see.
Yeah. I feel like the Magneto. If you're gonna go this route, if you're gonna go Brotherhood, you might have to play that Magneto, right? The
2x2.
Because he looks pretty brutal, right? Go ahead and
let's pull him up.
He's a
rare.
No, yeah, I think he's a rare.
We're in the super rares.
She's probably like Control F Magneto. But yeah, you're almost there. Yeah, we can't have this like dead air. You gotta like talk while you're doing this or something.
So
because
there's a lot of Magnetos in this set to call in. I know this is one that we've been talking
about.
Yeah,
that's one right there.
This is the one. Let's get you.
How many points is he? 100?
100, 25, and if you want to play with the big boy pants, 2 or 3.
I think 100 is fine.
100, I think, is fine.
Well, it's still running shot pulse wave, correct?
No, running shot pulse wave is on the 200 point. I think we talked about this. I remember having this conversation.
You were talking about you don't like it because he has sidestep.
I think if you're playing him on as a call-in, I don't like him with the sidestep.
No, I'm saying to play him as on a Brotherhood Mutants team.
But I think as a Brotherhood Mutants team, I would be okay with the sidestep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, at 100 points for a Brotherhood team, I would be comfortable with that. He gets through blocking terrain, destroys all the blocking terrain with the pulse wave. So he's clearing stuff out. The psych pen, he's got impervious, so he's not going to go down too easy. And he's got the RCE, so when he is in there, he's going to hit you for a little extra.
Yeah, and because he has leadership, he can take tokens off blob.
Just heal all day.
Yeah, ooh, that's and those guys can just call in after that. 60 points is a great number for them.
Yeah,
because Jean, Chase Cyclops.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, the Wolverines, the Beast.
And then obviously we gotta look at Iceman and the Phoenixes, right?
Yeah. So let's move to those. Did we pass up the Phoenix already? No. We did. Because she is uncommon. Do you remember what number she is?
I don't know. You should Control F.
Control F?
Yeah, then you write Phoenix.
Oh. I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix is 20.
Let's
start there.
Dark Phoenix. Let's take a look at. Oh, it's not Phoenix, but.
All
right.
I mistyped.
There it is.
All right.
So, obviously she's gonna be playing at 30, not 300. Obviously we're talking about in constructed modern.
Yeah.
So
always good to clarify that. So yeah, obviously as a Colossus Retaliator. So you have X-Men or Cosmic, Cosmic is probably the most popular keyword in modern right now, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Even with X-Men, I still feel they'll have a presence, but the Cosmic is going to stay strong at least for another year. There's so much. So let's look at what she does when she does Colossus Retaliate. If no friendly character has been placed this turn, which is the new wording, I believe, right? Because it used to be if no other friendly character is Colossus Retaliated.
Right. Well, it kind of covers that because when you retail, you place.
Yeah.
So it kind of covers that.
I think
what they're trying to stop doing is you TKing and then calling in and then retailing.
That makes
sense.
If
you TK, that means you're placing them.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they can't call in Dark Phoenix and retaliate or regular Phoenix. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So she can make a close attack targeting the chosen characters, then do so. Also targeting all other characters, friendly and opposing, within 3. Hit characters are given an action token and each dealt 2 penetrating damage. So she's going to hit your guys too.
Yeah. The feeding on life forces part is really I think that's really good. That's really relevant. First of all, she doesn't have Colossal Indifference, which means that 10 range, she can just kind of sidestep up and then just kind of take 3 shots at I'm going to hit your Groot and whatever. If you kill one, then she heals. And then I have to hit her to the stop click again. That looks pretty ridiculous in my opinion. I mean,
and then she'll still poof though when you call her in.
You can't call her in.
Oh, okay, you're right, because the TK, right?
No, you can't call her
she's
in.
been placed.
No, I'm saying you can't call her in as an ID card at all. Because the Jean Grey, I believe, it doesn't say Dark Phoenix on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know.
I would be surprised. I don't think it would.
Because if anything, it's the Rachel Summers. The Rachel Summers Jean Grey. That one.
Let's take a look.
But the fact that you can just play her in the back of your team, just on the back.
Yep. Oh, just as Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, you can just keep her in the back and sidestep slowly, right?
Just creep up.
Just creep up. And then that 10 range, it's 1 perplex, and 1 perplex makes it an effective 13 range.
Yeah.
Because you're sidestepping 2 and then you're shooting 11. That's 13. That is a lot. And if you're playing a team where it runs up across the map to hit, and then they obviously have to come up and hit you, Dark Phoenix is going to be close enough to just sidestep and shoot 11 squares.
Well, and how much perplex do all these X-Men teams have with all the headmasters?
1 million.
Yeah, 1 million. It's
so that could be something. I think. And then if you heal 1 click with her, then you know how people just ignore Flora once Flora heals?
Oh, no, but yes.
Yeah, well, when Flora heals, you just ignore him because you don't want to waste an attack on Flora, right? Because you have to go to stop click again.
Exactly.
Well, now imagine that with her. You got to do it. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, to give her RCE with 10 range, 11 attack, 3 damage.
Yeah. Now you have to actually put resources into killing her if she heals one.
Yeah, getting past that 18 invulnerability.
The RCE, and then on top of that, she gets to go to the stop click if she gets hit. Because if she heals 1 to go back to that click, like here's an example. If she goes retail, kill a like a walking wood or something through the incidental attack, she heals 1, and then she goes, okay, I'm gonna RCE all to damage, and then she hits a group. That's take 4 damage.
Yeah.
Then she heals another one.
Yeah.
You kill the group, now she heals another one.
Jeez.
So and then next turn she can just push to do it again. But now she's in your face, you have to attack her, because if not, she'll just keep hitting you. Because she has colossal stamina on top of the healing.
Yeah. Heal, push, heal, push, heal, push. And it's just that's a solid strategy.
For 30 points, if you can get that off, you know?
Yeah. Hey, with enough perplex, anything's possible.
Yeah, exactly. So, and in the X-Men team, you can do it. And you can even do it in Cosmic, because you've seen like the Elders. Elder guys have like 1,000 perplexes, right?
The Elder, Starfax has a double perplex.
Yeah.
It's doable.
So you have all that. It's easy. I feel like, you know how they do the Mangog trick, right? You could do it with this. You do the Mangog trick where they retail on you, and then you just pop her over, and then because her thing is an area effect too, which means
you don't want to be near
it. If she can actually get that damage off where she can kill like 3 things, she's gonna heal 3 clicks. Yeah, because it says
so it's the same wording as like the Hulk with stacking up and stuff, right?
Yeah, so then boom, she's gonna heal like 2. So that's it's gonna be annoying. Let's look at Iceman.
All right, we're moving to our colossal super rares. Sitting in number 25 slot. Where'd he go? Iceman, Bobby Drake.
And obviously you're playing him at 15 points, and you can call him in with your 2 ID cards.
Such a good call in.
Does he? Oh yeah, he has colossal indifference, and he has if he can charge basically if he can just keep hitting guys, right? Like the big guys. So he's a great call in for when there's multiple retaliators on the back end or multiple colossals.
Yeah, you can just take out all the colossals. Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
if
boom.
you can keep hitting this, do. Okay, that right there would actually prevent a lot of people from just playing colossals just because they have this guy as a call-in.
Yeah,
Who
you
can
get
just kill them on one fell swoop.
and anyone can call in a 15-point guy.
Yeah, and he's 15 points. So if you're playing X-Men, you can just if you have Moira and he just comes in as a student.
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah. Perplex. Not gonna miss because I have
And
a
then boom, 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 boom,
gajillion
boom,
theme
boom.
probs.
Exactly.
And there's your back line.
And then the other one is I think we should look at is Storm.
The one that everyone's talking about.
Oh, you just passed it.
Bastard right there. Storm. So this is I think
prime.
she's down to $140 I saw today.
Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna go down, but
Colossal Prime Super Rare. So see, lines of fire. She has improved targeting.
All that, blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. She's got ESD, it doesn't matter. So free, choose up to 3 opposing characters within 6 squares in line of fire, roll a d6, knock back to each one of those characters a number of squares equal to the result. So it's pretty helpful. All free actions are very helpful, and that is a trait. Her Colossal Retaliation Mind Warp. If no friendly character is in place, place Storm such that she can make an attack targeting the chosen character. If she hits after resolution, she can use Mind Control at no cost and range, modify an attack +3 to the target, the hit character, and up to 2 others within range line of fire. So she is going to do some work.
She also doesn't have Colossal Indifference, right?
No, she does not. So she can attack
she
that
can
regular guy.
So she can.
She's also a standard size character, though.
Yeah, so you can like carry her.
Mm-hmm.
So she can free knock back people, maybe kill something.
Yeah.
And she can free retell, and then she can mind control after that, and then she can regular attack.
It's like a force blast. That's colossal. It's a mind control.
Force blast.
And and a regular attack. It's four things for 25 points.
For 25 points, and you can call her in with basically Moira McTaggart.
Yeah.
And that precision strike means it's going to get through stuff.
Yeah, it's going to hit. If you hit, it's going to hit.
Oh my god!
Unless you hit a 6.2%.
You know what's insane is like you're going to have these teams that have these colossals on the sideline because of ID cards.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Adam all over again.
That's crazy. And she can, because she's a monster too, she can be played on those monster teams now.
Yep. Tyler has
want to play
new toy. And she's ruler, which is proven to be a strong keyword.
Yeah. Phoenix. Okay. This one is not quite as good, but she can be called in.
Yes.
By the Rachel Summers one. She's Cosmic X-Men. Oh, jeez. She has poison. She's poison. She can, whatever. She has the Eternal Flame. She has Colossal Indifference. And her, what's her retail? It's just, instead of normal damage, it's 1 penetrating for each action token they have.
Yeah. Hit targets that can use Incap, Mind Control, Outwit, or Penetrating Psychic Blast. Modify their combat values -1 until your next turn. So, little situational, but still a solid call-in for 25 points.
Yeah, I don't know how good she is, but as if you have room for a call-in where you need a retaliator, she's okay because she's gonna. She deals 1 penetrating damage for each action token they have. So for the most part, the guy you're going to be retaliating will probably have a action token, right?
Yeah, and hopefully.
Yeah, well,
you set it up to do that.
Well, yeah, because if they're given an action token to damage you with an attack, the chances are high that you're going to retell that person's going to have a token.
Yeah.
Right? Because usually it's an action token to attack you. Right. unless there's a way to clear it for some reason. But that's usually what would happen. But she's okay. I don't know how great, but I think we should look up Wendigo.
Control F.
Okay, so it's Wendigo. E, yeah, ND.
G.
One more. D. You should put D.
Too far. We're going to 18. Mr. Wendigo right here. Too far. There we go. All right. Also, 15 point.
He's a monster.
Little guy.
And he's
monster. But he does not have colossal retaliation.
Is he a prime or no?
No, he's just a regular. Regular figure.
Sasquatch is number 17?
Sasquatch is the uncommon one.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay.
Wendigo's the rare. So
you can play multiples of them?
Mm-hmm. So, what is it? Charge Flurry. When Wendigo ends his movement after resolutions, he may make a close attack, but only target a character with a wound token. And you get wound tokens by the smell of flesh. Sidestepping off a character has a wound token. When an opposing character takes damage from an attack, give that character a wounded token. If they don't have one, when a character heals, remove the wounded token. So that's how you get it. And it's just
this is actually pretty sick if you can get this off, because all it says is when an opposing character takes damage from an attack, and he's only 15 points. So if you can just get like one pot shot off on somebody for 1 damage or whatever, then they get a wound token, right? Then Wendigo can sidestep for 2 and then move 8. So you can move 10, and then the giant reach for 3. It's 13 squares, and then he can hit that guy, right? If he hits, then he steal energies back past the stop click.
Yeah, because he can heal past the stop click.
Now, with that, now you have to deal with a guy who's 15 points that just went past the stop click. Again, that's the same thing.
You're still flurrying.
And
you
can flurry next turn, but initially you're not going to do that. You're going to move 10. You're going to sidestep 2, move 8. That's 10.
And heal.
Giant reach 3. That's 13 squares. So that means he'll come in there and heal, and then now they have to deal with a 15-point guy. I think this is the age of this kind of strategy. Like you're going to really need some Iceman.
Yeah. Because if you're playing against 5 Wendigos, that's not a lot of points.
Yeah, and they can all do this. So and they're monsters. So that monster team with the Skeets works.
Yeah, or even if you want to run them with the symbiotes, get Captain America to attack first, +1 to all their attacks.
Exactly. So there's all kinds of ways to do this. And mystical too, so you could go with the the different mystical teams.
Yeah. So, I can see a wall of them with a wall of Tri-Sentinels. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the first 2 you talked about. Bring up Proteus and Proteus.
Okay. Which one do you want to start with?
This is for modern. Okay. Now there's a reason. It's number 14. Okay. This is the main.
This is the rare.
Number 4. Okay. First of all, he's 10 points. Monster. Okay, so you can already play him on all those monster teams. Okay, number 1. The Garden of Proteus is the thing that needs to be errated. Okay, because I don't know if the inner circle, we've fucking figured this out.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, a lot of people know this, but I found it through our group chat. Whenever a character within range is given a costed action, after resolutions, you may generate a blocking, hindering, obscuring, blah, blah, blah. Within 3 squares of that character, but not in their square. At the beginning of the turn, remove them all. So it's basically free barrier, because you're always going to be putting blocking. Okay. Now, when... for 10 points, he's not unique. You can play... I don't know. Let's say you play 5 of them.
It's 50 points. That's not much.
Okay. So you're like, how? Okay, so what are we doing? I'm like, all right. Now, if you play Starro's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's a power action. He makes, what, 3 Starro fights?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when the Starro fights are on the board, they have autonomous, right?
Yeah.
So you give them, they have sidestep and they move 3, or is it just move 3?
I don't remember. I haven't played Starro.
Bring it up on the, not here. Bring them on a new tab. But let's say they all start within, I guess Starro fight, right? Yeah, there it is, right there. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, they have sidestep 4. Okay, even better.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to Proteus. Okay, so you're gonna sidestep 2, and then you're gonna move 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you have 5 of those Proteus, and it says within range, correct?
Yes.
So they have to be within 5. Well, you generated with Starro, so they're going to be right there in your starting area. So when you move them 4 squares, each of the Proteus is going to trigger their Garden of Proteus. So that means when one Starro moves, when one Starro fight moves, at the end of their move, so they're moving 6 squares up, they make 5 blocking terrain.
Wow. That's like a pseudo free barrier.
So you have a second Starro fight. You move that up, you make another 5.
Yeah, because it's not a unique trait.
Exactly. And then the third one moves. So on your turn 1, you're making 15 barrier markers, okay? Let's say you're playing 10 of these guys at 100.
Yeah.
You just made 50 markers?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, 30 markers, right?
Yeah, with some creative positioning.
10, 20, 30. You made 30 markers. Okay, now let's say you're a monster team. You already have 10 Proteus. You have a Starro. Yeah. That's only 200 points. All right, well, I need leadership. I need Groot. Okay, let's get Groot. Let's get...
Walking Woods.
Whatever. And then let's say... We're going to get to the other Proteus in a second, but... Say you're going to be, I don't know, plus 14 or 15 to your map roll. All right, you win the map roll. You put them on Stark map.
Oh, yeah.
And that map is already hard to maneuver. Now imagine putting 50 markers all around the map, on that map. How do you traverse that, right? You need to have somebody that can break the walls. Okay, let's say you have Tricentennial, fine. Go back up to Proteus number 4. And this is where, you play a few of these guys too. All right.
Okay.
He has free barrier, right? He can free barrier, generate 2 markers. That's good. So that's even more barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at his other part. Other characters within 3 squares can't use improved abilities.
No improved movement.
That means the Tricentennial is stuck. It can't move through. Now it has to stop. Okay. Well, now, on my turn, all of the barrier markers are removed. Oh, guess what? I still have a Starro fight right there. All right, I'm going to mind control your guy. I'm going to do something, and then I'm going to run over there and hit your guy. Boom. Done. And then you can keep doing this where you trigger the Proteuses.
Over and over.
So now Starro's using his mind control, right? Now those 10 Proteuses are around.
Mm-hmm.
You get to put 10 markers within 3 of Starro, right?
Yeah.
If you do it right, how are they going to retell if you've covered the entire area for them to retell you?
Yeah, they can't get to you.
They can't get to you because Starro's in the middle. So then you don't even have to worry about colossal indifference, like mind controlling the Groot to do something.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, for them to retell you when you mind control a colossal.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So, with the free barriers from these 2 or 3 Proteus at 20 points, and then the free triggered barriers from the other ones, they don't, like, you can't do anything because on their turn they're stuck because you have these 3 G004 Proteus, stopping them from breaking the terrain.
Yeah, the other
Because
one's
you're gonna
creating all
stack
the
it, right?
terrain.
You're gonna stack your barrier markers because you have 30 to make.
Yeah, jeez.
And that's not even counting if you have the Walking Woods move,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Walking Woods move, and you have another 30.
Yeah. So you're getting at least
So
4 actions a turn.
easy.
Plus when he,
Plus
well,
the star fights.
no, that's how many you're allowed, and then not including all the autonomous.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And plus the star fights.
Exactly. So you're 7 times the 5 barriers.
10 if you're playing 10.
10. Yeah. So
You're
like
making
70.
you're making 70 barriers or whatever. The chances are you're probably not going to be able to generate Walking Wood because of the starting area thing. But you can easily play other things.
Well, that's only if your opponent's starting area is full.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
It's the Leslie that won't be created.
The Leslie, yeah. So I guess if they don't have enough guys in, I guess you're making a bunch of Walking Woods. So, and these guys are only 10 or 20 points, so who cares if they even hit a couple of them? All right, cool. You got 10, 20 points.
Yeah.
But now you just wasted all that time just try to get to them.
And then I'm still up.
Starro.
Yeah.
So, I think there needs to be something done with this G014 Proteus. Because
that seems rough.
So what I was thinking was the easiest way to do it. A couple of suggestions were to make him unique. Well, to me that doesn't work because it's hard to say this is a silver ring now when you open it and it's not a silver ring.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that's like saying this is a prime but it's not a prime. That's really hard to like visualize, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
And also their precedent has always been to errata figures in terms of their powers so that it's easier because that way you just look at a new printed card as opposed to a new printed figure. Yeah. Also, even if you play one, you can still abuse it by just triggering it like 4 times. Just getting, if you play that and then a couple of the G004 Proteuses, you're still making like, I don't know, 8 to 10 markers a turn.
Yeah. So,
that's already hard. I mean, it's already hard to get through that. So that won't work. What I was saying was, don't worry about unique. Just make the ability say, once per turn for all characters with this trait, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means
so it'd be like a unique modifier or a unique trait.
Yeah, or it'll. What's one that says that? There's literally figures that say that once.
No, I know. Yeah.
Once per character, or once per turn for all characters with this trait. There's something that has that. I mean, there was something like.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that are like that, where that they make sure that it doesn't get broken because they don't want you triggering it multiple times.
No, that would make sense.
So that is the one thing that they need to fix, and they need to fix that pretty quickly because if not, it's gonna get out of hand. Like I was joking with Dan. I don't know if you saw, but Dan was looking for 10 Proteuses.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
And then I commented. I said that's gonna get errated.
Be careful.
And then so he wrote, "No, I still want it anyway." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Maybe he does, but come on. Who just wants 10 Proteus?"
I don't know. Maybe he plays another game that he uses them for
those
miniatures.
Things, sure.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to hide it? Fine. But it's the same thing as what they did with Riker. Remember?
Yeah.
So I feel like that should.
It should happen soon. Already. Hey, they are quick at banning things though, so they should be able to do this.
Yeah. So there's that. Now this next one is right up my alley because this is for Bronze Age. Ooh, get ready. All right. Bring up Legion and Jewel Kryptonite and Jean Grey.
Legion.
Jason. All right.
He's in the 30s. Let's see. Here we are.
Legion.
Yep, Legion. The non-title, correct?
Yeah, he's the B.
David Howler.
He says at the beginning of the turn, roll a d6. You may then add or subtract 1 from the result. Then turn and blah, blah, blah. So you don't even do this. You just leave him on click 1, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you do is you play Blind Owl.
Okay.
You kick him out. You get him to click 2. And then he has the chain. When this character hits with a close attack after resolutions, generate a chain bystander.
Mm-hmm.
And then the chain bystander says, autonomous, when this character hits with a close attack, generate a chain bystander. So you keep making it, right, as you keep going.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do this? Enter Mr. Penguin.
Fast Forces.
Because the Fast Forces Penguin says any character, yeah, right there. Read that.
So Dealmaker.
The third sentence. Any adjacent character.
Any adjacent character can be given a free action to make a close attack targeting the Penguin. If it hits, place a loyalty token on this character's card of the attacker's choice instead of dealing damage. When the Penguin is KO'd, remove the token from the game.
So go back to... So he's a 16 defense, right? Okay, go back to X-Men. Go back to... Okay, so Legion is a 9, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if you start the game with him getting the loyalty token,
mm-hmm.
he's a 10 attack, right? And then you can either do a couple things. Either have a perplex to can perplex down Penguin's defense further, or you play a defend guy with a 14 defense.
Ooh, there you go.
So you play a 14 defend guy. Penguin goes to a 14 defense.
Mm-hmm.
Your attack is a 10. You need a 4. If you have one more perplex, he goes to a 13.
Yeah, anything but a crit miss.
So anything but crit miss. So let's say you don't want to do that. Let's say it's a 10 or 14. Okay, cool. That's easy enough. You hit with him.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a chain.
Yep.
Chain bystander now gets the loyalty tokens, a 10 attack on 14. Now that chain hits Penguin.
That's like infinite.
Then
figures.
You make infinite chains, right?
Yeah.
And then what's better? If you have Mephisto, Mephisto gives he has perplexity, perplex down Penguin -1, so he goes to a 13.
Yeah.
Then each chain that you make has 1 free prob per game. So you keep making it over and over and over, right? Until you can't until you fill up however you want.
Yeah, so you can't get around Penguin anymore.
And then because it's free,
mm-hmm.
they can all move after that 6 squares. Because they're autonomous.
Yeah.
And then next turn you could do it again. Or you could just move all of them afterwards and leave
mm-hmm.
1 chain and then just do it again, right? So you can go, you completely surround the Penguin.
Yeah.
And then you move those 6 guys 6 squares up. And then except you leave 1 back. And then you make an attack with, and then you fill it out again, and then you move them up. You just keep going, right? You just layer it. So you move 6 squares and they go up. Well, you know what's going to happen is you're going to fill the map, and then what? Well, let's say you're playing, I don't know, let's say you're playing Round Table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to have to attack your chains.
Yeah, so you just start clicking up.
You just start clicking up. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to get on that level 2 click where you can start picking mystics from your guys. And then you just remake more chains. And then you make them all mystics.
Gee, yeah. So you're either having to kill these 0-point figures with mystics.
And then you're still clicking all the way up, which means now you don't have to call in anybody. Which means when you get to level 3, you have 6 real boys.
It's just real boy them all in
1 turn.
That's a lot of real boy. And there's no point limit on what you can call those guys in either.
No limit, exactly.
Dang, that's good. I like that. Very creative, sir.
The other option is you don't have to play Legion. you can play Jason Wingard.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jason Wingard means you don't have to play blind out.
So
you save points because Jason Wingard could just pick Legion as the bystander that you generate, the chain. And you just do it from there, right?
Yeah. So you keep saying blind owl. I think some people don't know what blind owl is.
Yeah.
So it's give blind owl power action when she occupies the starting area. Deal 1 penetrating damage to your character in that starting area. So that's good for getting stuff to the next click, just in case people are curious.
Legion gets to the second click.
Yeah.
Now look up Jewel Kryptonite. Just write Jewel, I guess. There it is.
Superman.
So this is still legal, and that says characters within 4 squares can use Mind Control and Smoke Cloud if they can't already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Characters using Mind Control in this way can only target characters of a lower point value. All characters experience Mind Control. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you know what? I don't think this works then. Because I got this idea from Adam.
Okay.
Friedman. Because the trick is you pick Jean Grey. The Chase Jean Grey. You know how they can mind control her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the idea was you mind control, and then they can make the chains by mind control Grey. But I don't think it works because it says they can only target characters of a lower point value. So never mind.
Yeah, all good.
Because you'd have to do it some other way by giving them mind control. Period.
That makes sense.
But that was a nice idea. But anyway, the penguin thing.
Penguin thing seems legit. You love that penguin.
So Adam was telling me he wants it. He was telling me it should be banned. He thinks that Legion should be banned because that Legion is the one that enables the chaining of stuff.
Huh.
Because if you don't ban Legion, and they could just play Legion, and then you can just do what I just told you with the penguin. Because if you ban if you pass Jason Wingard, then they'll just play Legion.
Yeah.
But if you ban Legion, Jason Wingard doesn't work.
This is true, but
so and it doesn't hurt Jason Wingard because you could still play other guys.
What teams do you think could take that out?
Maybe the Shredders.
I was thinking,
they could just run through them.
Free damage all day,
and that's a lot, man. That is a lot to deal with because can you imagine making I don't know, 30 of these pogs, and then the Shredders have to slowly sidestep each one.
So the Phoenix Force is going to be clicked up to the top click.
They're going to be top click, but
instantly.
Then there will be real boys. You know what though? The round table only triggers off of attacks.
Yeah. So
I don't know. You can also just I
was thinking pulse wave
everything, but
yeah,
how much can you really do? Because you're going to make 30 of them.
It's true.
They're going to fill up everything, because each you're going to make 6 at a time.
So what are you thinking of banning then to stop the combo? Just Legion?
That's what we agreed on. That's what I'm gonna ask it to other guys, but I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's a cool trick, but do you think it's that? Do you think it's that? I mean, it seems pretty degenerate, right?
Yeah. If you're be able to create 30,
but it still needs to win, right?
Yeah. How does it win?
Just that's all. Okay, so you're gonna pay 75 points for Legion. You're gonna pay 13 points for Blind Owl. You're gonna pay 25 points for Penguin. You're gonna pay 45 points for Mephisto. And you're gonna pay 40 points for the henchman that gives the 14 defend.
Yeah. So
what are we doing here?
Yeah. So how many points are you deep into it now?
I don't know. You look it up here. On the search, put
2, 150, somewhere around there.
Put Blind Owl. Type that in. Add it on there. So we're gonna go Blind Owl. That's 13, right?
Yep.
You're gonna put Mephisto, and then.
The superior foes, right?
And you're gonna put hired henchman, or you just put hired. Which is the one? Click one? No, click one. Which one is it? No, not that one. Click it up.
That one.
That one.
That
one.
Yep.
And then you're
And then
gonna
Legion's
play
what, 70?
75. So just pick a 75-point guy. Of course you know it.
It's the most. It's the quickest 75-point figure I can think of.
And then Penguin. That's for
So
and then you're
it's
gonna
like,
play
it's like 200. I was right. So you have
you're
100
probably
points.
gonna play 35 points for the round table, right?
Okay.
I don't know what else you would play in its place. Can you think of anything else to play? But, there's 30 points of IDs there, so you're at 230, 233.
So
you still have 67 points of like retails and stuff,
I guess just retails. So 70 points of retails.
Well, remember, you're also still playing, like, you could still play like Proteus and stuff, and you could still barrier on top of them. That's stupid.
Yeah, you could play 2 Green Lanterns from Joker's Wild.
No, because that's 70 points. You only have 67.
Oh, 67, you're right.
No, but Proteus is easier because
Yeah.
he's 20 points of just free barrier. Or the 10-point one that can just trigger. But you can also play you can still play like Dark Phoenix,
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Because Dark Phoenix is like, cool, retail, boom, right? And
Shoot
then
you from across the board.
And what's cool about that is you can give her the loyalty token to get +1 attack, and then you can perplex with Mephisto +1, and then she has prob.
While she's making a close attack from 3 squares away.
Yes. So that could be good. I don't know. I mean,
like again, it's I guess it's winning.
Do you think it warrants a ban?
I think it warrants some play testing.
Yeah, that's why Adam. So Adam told me he wants to test it out one time to see if it really is that bad. Because I was like, that's pretty cool, but I'm like, man, I'm looking at all these points. I'm like, you need to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So just the framework of the team is what, 233, and then
check this out. Check this out. If you take away Blind Owl,
okay,
minus Blind Owl. And that Shredder clone is Jason Wingard. Is Jason Wingard 75? I think he is, right?
That's a good question. He's right here. No, Jean Grey, Wingard, 75, yeah.
So, okay. So now look at our team. Look at the points. Go to it. It's
190.
Plus 30. So it's 220? Because we're 30 points ID cards? So we have 80 points of retails.
It's a lot of retails. Throw on We have does Jason have a leadership? If not, throw on a Groot. Carnage.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. 80 points of whatever else you want. You could put objects, you could put another guy, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of chains, right?
It's a lot of chains. And the chains are what, 9 attack?
They're going to be 10 when you give them the loyalty token.
But the loyalty token passes as soon as
after you hit.
Make the next one.
Okay. So then they would be okay, so what you would do is you would perplex with Mephisto down the defense of Penguin, and then you defend. So it's a 13. It's a 9 on 13.
Yeah.
If you have one more perplex on your team, then you can be a 10 on 13. Yeah. Or actually the better route would be playing Legion and keeping Blind Owl, because Blind Owl can perplex Penguin down. Yeah.
So I think that's probably a better combo.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it also leaves open your sideline, because you don't want to mess up your sideline with all of that. That's Jason Wingard. Yeah,
you want as much on your sideline as possible.
I think it'd be cool to try out. It's kind of scary. I mean,
yeah, no. If you want to play test this week, let me know. I'm down.
Like with the Shredders,
I think the Shredders stand the best chance.
I don't see how. Obviously the mass pulse wave, but geez, you gotta get through like 30. You gotta get through like 30 pogs.
All right, so imagine the Hulk team going against this.
Yeah, so then he just runs through everybody?
Yeah, he just runs through everyone, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, the Hulk team's just literally going to quake its way through 30 of them. Have
He's gonna need
30
anything but.
or like 25 charged up charges
Oh
or
my
one
god, and
moves
there
to
goes the whole
go.
team.
It's fucking gonna hit. So yeah, that's also a possible idea for this format. Yeah. So like I said, just try it out. It may work. It
That's
may
right.
not.
You're right. The Hulk thing. Totally forgot about that.
Like if you know you're playing a Hulk team, you have to barrier up, and you have to play indoor map, and you have to win map, and this is not a theme team.
Exactly. And
So
so you have a 50-50 shot. If you win the map, then you could probably do it.
yeah, I think the gimmick's cool, but like you said, at the end of the day, I don't see how this team's winning. Okay, if you call in all your IDs and they all hit, but yeah,
It's tough. It's a neat trick, but yeah,
because they
with
actually have to attack all of the.
you know what else? You know what else wrecks this is if you play the Doctor Lock combo.
What was that one again?
Look at Doctor Lock on that one. Yeah, look up Doctor LO. Yeah, Lock.
What set is it? Oh, there it
Should
is.
spell Lock. Yeah. So this is what Stats was playing. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Actually,
When he does blah blah. So when an opposing character is KO'd, deal 1 penetrating damage to each other opposing character, right?
of the same name.
So if they make 30 Legion markers,
Yeah, just poison one.
yeah, or you don't even have to. You just hit one
just hit
guy,
one.
and then they all die.
Anyone can hit him because this is just a global effect.
Exactly.
That's really good.
Yes, it's another, and this was actually played at our event.
Yeah,
Dr.
I think it was
Locke,
on camera.
Yep, Dr. Locke. This thing, Shredder's Hulk. You're right. Pulse Wave. Okay.
Yeah.
It's looking. It's a cool trick, but it's less and less
impressive.
I see.
Yeah,
but it is cool though, right?
Hey, dude, no. Anytime you can go infinite and just create a gajillion things, that is super cool. But hey, you get a bunch of 9 attacks off, you'll hit eventually with a crit hit, I'm sure. Because they're dealing 1 damage. Oh, 1 damage exploit. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Not too much invincible out there.
It's pretty funny though. I think it's cool. You know what else would hurt this too? Would be like if you have like, I don't know if Nighthawk Prime would hurt this. So you can get bonuses.
But you're only getting the loyalty token to create, and then it transfers to
the next guy.
And you can modify down, so all your perplexives just go to
maybe not.
the defense of what do you call it?
Yeah,
the penguin.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool though. I think, and I believe you still have to be able to like place them, right? Because you still need to be able to attack.
Yeah, so
you're generating it next to chain.
Yeah, so you'd be able to get a solid 8 around.
Right.
Does Penguin
Before
have
they
a
have
sidestep? Penguin does not have a sidestep.
Before they have to move.
Yeah. Yeah, so then before they can move, and then you could then you could still move power action Penguin to move over into a new spot to where you could continue the chain of creating the chains. And then if you want to get fancy, TK him with your Colossal somewhere else, then you could create more chains. So, there's ways to create a lot, but it is limited.
Yeah, but then, at the end you're like, okay, so how do we win?
Exactly.
Like the Shredders are just going to go to max power.
Yeah, I'll even give up someone so I can get to that click 3 with the 3 fragments on, because it's that much better.
There's no way they're going to get through, because like Clone's going to have, they're going to get -2 to their attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're already at a 9.
And so, if they all have +2 to their stats.
One of the other things you do is you could play Duke Thomas.
That's helpful. Okay, now we're talking. Duke Thomas in the back row.
Yeah, so they're going to be at 12.
Swarm the shit out of them. Okay.
So they'll be at 12, whatever, -2. I don't know.
So we're at 255 now. I like the
I think
Duton.
it's funny.
Yeah.
But you want to know what the problem with this is?
They're still only dealing 1 damage though.
You know what the problem with why there's the argument for this to be banned is because you're going to spend like 10 minutes just on your turn attacking.
Yeah.
And that could be very, very like tedious and just time consuming, and maybe it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We might have to just because of the time constraints. Like we're going to spend like 30 minutes.
Someone who's not familiar with the team that's like
yes, and like it's like I'm not stalling, I'm actually doing something. Like, oh shit, yeah, I get it.
Because all right, so you're rolling your dice at least say 16 times a turn if you're doing it right to create a new penguin or a new chain,
and then on top of that you still got to move and shit.
Yeah, so
and then you're gonna have to move each one, like each group of eight 6 squares. That takes time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so because they're all autonomous after the free attack. So yeah, you're moving. Oh yeah,
you're gonna run out of poker chips.
You're rolling like 50 dice a turn. Yeah,
exactly, and that's gonna take you like 20 minutes.
This is true. So in that aspect, it would take away from the game. But
yeah,
so yeah, like I said, we'll have to play test it to see.
I'll be like, yeah, go ahead and go get some dinner. I'll let you know when we're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna create another 100 pogs here, guys.
And then when you come back, you're like, we should just keep rolling until I roll 2 crit misses in a row.
Dang. All right. All right. I'll play test with
that. Okay. So those are the 2 things I wanted to talk about for these. So our format's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So just real quick before we move on, good news is we got the dice and the maps ordered, right?
Yes.
So
dice and
be cool, man. We're gonna have these coming in by the end of the month, and then we can already start reaching out to the stores to run our events, run our trials. Because I know one of them in Baytown, Texas, they want run something. So yeah, I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
So all right,
yeah. So if you guys are interested in, I was just gonna say if anyone are listening is interested in hosting a trial, contact either of us.
We already have. We already have our preliminary list of stores that are going to do it. We just want to see if anyone else wants to do it because we're trying to get 8 to 10. Seems to be.
I think it's a solid number. Yeah. That's kind of what we estimated out. So,
and also it should be enough where it's not if it's spread out enough time, it won't dilute the players. Like if we could do 2 in Arizona, maybe 2 in Texas, 2 up there.
2 up in Northern California, a couple
2
down
here, and then 2 in like Bakersfield. Then we're done.
Maybe perfect, yeah. All right, so I know we talked a little bit last week about the WWE clicks. So they're coming.
You're gonna have to educate me on this.
So I'm just kind of learning it as we go. So they have multiverse games. So I'm just gonna read off the pack.
Okay. Bring it up. Can you bring it up?
Yeah. So Married with Clicks got a special preview. So I'm going to share with you what they shared. There we go. 1 more. 2 more.
I see the ring's kind of cool. I kind of look at it.
Dude. So the boxing ring I think looks great.
Or the wrestling ring.
Definitely wrestling ring. Yeah, sorry. And even on the turnbuckles, it has little WWEs. So they did pay a lot of attention to this. So they have the multiverse games. I'll just read it for you guys. If any player in a game has a character on their starting force or sideline or any other game element that costs points that isn't WWE, then the game is a multiverse game and the following rules apply. So whether you're playing a figure, whether you're playing the wrestling ring, it counts for the multiverse games. Scan over. So any pack used by such character game elements considered available for the entire game. So any pick a power figures, if you have a WWE figure, you can pick a power from them. So that definitely expands on those characters.
You should take me off of this small screen right here.
Oh, my apologies. So rules altered in WWE only games revert to their default versions. When WWE characters may now have their willpower as part of their Indomitable chosen by Outwit and taking push damage. The improved movement through characters and hindering, stop, giant reach become their default versions. Other alternate rules.
Oh, wait, they have different rules for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's rules for when you're just using WWE clicks.
For those specific ones. Okay, that's confusing.
A little bit.
Yeah, because you're going to have to remember which one. It's the same thing why I don't like having them protected and protected, because people still get confused about them.
Oh, the lowercase and the uppercase?
Yeah, because it's the same word. If you just use a different word or different symbol, then it'll be different.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So we're gonna have to learn more rules to keep separate. So
yeah, remember? Okay, just real quick. Do you remember when we had that whole thing about the Black Panther protected pulse wave? Remember that the whole thing about the Gauntlet Panther having protected pulse wave, and I was telling Alex that because he has protected pulse wave, he can't even be to the target of pulse wave, right? And Alex was saying, "Oh no, he can be the target of pulse wave. He can just use all the powers."
Yeah.
Well, here's the difference.
It's capital
we were talking
letters, right?
about two different things.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about all caps protected pulse wave, which is what Black Panther has.
Yes.
But he thought it was lowercase protected, which is different.
Yeah. Which means it's that specific power is pulse wave protected.
Yes. So
versus the capitals.
Because of that, we kind of almost ruled it wrong. And I had to tell him, hey man, that's not how it is. And you know why? It was because of the confusion of the protected.
Yeah, the uppercase and the lowercase.
Yeah, if it was just protected and like immune, let's say, then there would be no confusion because they're two different words. But when you have to differentiate a lowercase, uppercase, and that's how you get the miscommunication, because
people don't pay attention to the small details.
Yes. So like in this case, someone who's new that's playing WWE, he can get easily confused because you're gonna have to do. It's the same symbol.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to learn two different powers, or two different
rule
sets of the same power. So imagine if, at least they did this right on this end. At least they gave them circle powers.
Yeah.
Instead of the square, because if they just used green box means this in WWE and green box means this in multiverse, that's confusing. But at least they said no, it's green circle and box circle. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that you can differentiate that a little better.
At the very least, they're different shapes, not literally the same thing.
Yes. So
okay, go ahead.
WWE abilities. We have WWE rules. This character can't be the target of range attacks or outwit if they are on click 1. They're on the click with a blue click number, or they're already been targeted by a range attack this turn. This power is pulse wave protected. Lowercase pulse wave protected.
I like this ability. It's so sick.
So it gives them. Oh, yeah, go
this
ahead.
Character can't be the target of range attacks, or if they're on click 1. Oh, yeah. Or outwit if they're on click 1. So you can just move up, and you're protected, unless they charge you or hyper you, right?
Exactly. So it makes it more of a grappling game.
These are the kind of abilities that close combat beat sticks in regular multiverse games need. Because there's a reason why a lot of these top level close combat guys aren't being played, because they just get shot before they get up close.
Exactly.
So this helps a lot.
Yeah, Gene or Cyclops gets called in.
Yes.
Shoot you from across the map. Well, there goes that.
Freaking astronomer hits you from 11 away.
Yeah, that too. Over 5 levels of elevation.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we have our grand entrance. So during your first turn, if this character is in your starting area, they have free move.
That's ridiculous.
Not on top of not being able to be targeted from range attacks or outwit. They have a free move. So that's pretty good.
I like this. I like that already. I mean, just those two, that to me, that makes it playable.
No,
exactly. It gives you a level of protection without having to use barrier.
Yeah, and you're not going to worry about walking out there with your pants down around your ankles and get shot up the ass.
Yeah.
So,
because it's also free, so they can still do something after.
Exactly. They can move again.
Yeah.
Or charge or
That's pretty
anything.
sick, man.
So there is a WWE team ability. As if you guys can see, it's a little WWE. It's their insignia. It gives you the abilities of bounce, pin, WWE rules, grand entrance, and it is uncopyable.
So bounce and pin. I guess we just gotta look at bounce and pin.
Yeah, I believe that's on another slide. Here we are. So more WWE abilities is bounce. This character treats printed hindering and printed blocking terrain as ropes. You can bounce enemies off them and fully use flying leap if adjacent to 2+ of them. So if you're in a corner, you'd be able to use the flying leap ability, which we'll go over later because it's not here right now.
Or
it's a special
hindering.
power. Yeah, or printed hindering. So it's a special. I believe flying leap's a special new power.
But it looks like a pin.
Yeah. Pin. Free. Choose an adjacent opposing character that's on a blue click number and that character hit with their signature move this turn. You both roll a d6. If your result is higher, deal that character 1 penetrating damage and repeat this process. If your opponent rolls a 6, kick out, that character heals 1 click.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then the regular WWE team ability, not
it's
in
bounce.
In multiverse games, is just bounce and pin.
But the other one has grand entrance and rules.
Yes.
Okay.
So it gives them a little more protection. It looks like all the other rules seem to be normal here for key phrases and ability.
Let's look at the flying leap.
There we go. Let's see. No new defense or damage powers.
Flying leap.
There we go. Speed powers. We'll start with the new speed powers.
Power. Oh, okay.
So flying leap is a power action. It gives you improved movement through hindering and characters. You move up to 3 squares, make a close attack, modify an attack +1. If this character started adjacent to 2+ ropes, which we described in the last thing.
Why does it say it can fully use flying leap? What was the problem with using flying leap?
And also modify damage +1.
That's weird.
Let's go back and read that.
Because it says you can fully use flying leap. Like what?
Huh.
Oh, you can bounce enemies off and fully use. Okay, if adjacent.
So I'm thinking that they're just saying that you can use flying leap with using the hindering and the blocking terrains and not the ropes.
Okay. I get it.
I think that's what they're trying to say.
Okay.
Because and then also modify plus damage +1. So that's good.
Dang, so it's a +1/+1. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, the +1 damage is from the ropes. So if you're distant to the hindering or the blocking, then you get the +1 damage.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy. It's not printed, so you can still like smoke cloud that,
Exactly.
So that's still pretty good because that gives you a +1/+1. That's solid.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't get much better than that for
nimble
power action.
Lightning speed.
Slingshot. Right?
Knockback. Yeah.
So slingshot's knockback, which you may choose the direction. You can knock back a character that can use charge and combat reflexes. Free, make a close attack targeting an adjacent character that this character knocked back this turn. Okay, so I guess you just reposition them. Lightning speed, which is a power. You have improved movement through characters. Move up to 3 squares, make a close attack, then move up to 2 squares.
So it's not hyper. It's just lightning.
Yeah, it's like a pseudo hypersonic.
Yep. But it's better because it ignores characters.
Yeah.
So you don't have to break away.
No, exactly. So it's like a short movement, but you're not having to roll those pesky breakaways.
Yeah, that's good.
Speaking of breakaway, you have nimble, which gives you improved movement through hindering, breakaway +2, and a free move up to 1 square.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's like sidestep, but with +2.
Anything free move is good.
You can still, if you have sidestep, you can still do that too.
Yeah. So that's 3 squares of free
Dang,
movement.
that's pretty good, huh?
Dang, where's the Hulk when you need one?
I know.
Oh, wrong way. Let's go back to the attack powers. So we have a new attack power called Reversal. Adjacent opposing characters have breakaway -2. Free if this character has been given no actions or only a move action this turn. Make a close attack targeting a character that missed this character or failed to break away from this character since your last turn. That was wordy. So basically, if you haven't done anything,
they get
and someone
they can
failed
make
a breakaway next to you. Yeah, it's just you get to make an attack.
Okay.
So
slam.
It's a close action. Make a close attack. After resolutions, choose one. Give hit characters on an action. Give hit character an action token, or place a hit character in a square adjacent to this character.
Okay.
So you get to move them or an action token. It's very helpful. Stun character hits +1 characters. Hit character modifies attack and damage -1 until your next turn. Yeah. A hit character. Submission hold. Free if this character hasn't moved or been placed this turn. Deal 1 damage to a target adjacent opposing character. Both characters gain a mobile until your next turn.
So it's like poison, but without the. It's poison, but with immobile.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Oh, both characters gain immobile. Both of you do. That's good because if you can give this guy poison, then you can just leave him there and you get poisoned.
Yeah.
Because the next turn they're immobile.
But at the same time, you don't even. It just says deal 1 damage to an opposing character. So even if they have invincible,
they're immobile.
They're still immobile.
Yep.
So they can't move. So that's really good.
Yeah, it's. Oh my god, that's actually a really good way to. Ooh.
Yeah, you can lock down some people with that. Let's see. We did that. We did speed. This is a little sideways, but this is for the boxing ring. Oh, it's horrible. I can't read it. Where is it at?
There, right there.
Oh. No, that was the other one. All right. Let's try and zoom in. Nope, doesn't want to zoom in. All right, so I believe it's ropes along the edge of the ring. All right, so my head's all sideways. So opposing. All right, so one part of your turn, you may re-roll a close attack of a friendly character in the ring. So once per turn, you may roll a close attack of a character inside the ring. Once per turn, you may re-roll the range attack of an opposing character outside the ring that's targeting a friendly character inside the ring.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, the re-rolls are pretty good. So it works similar to the boxing ring, but it's re-rolling attacks
instead of minus.
Yeah. Which, with what's going on with all this queues and stuff, may be a little helpful, may not.
Yeah.
The consolation, if you're unable to place the WWE ring at the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character. Once per game, you may re-roll that character's attack. Once per game, you may re-roll an attack targeting that character. So, again, also helpful. And I believe it's 5 points. I don't see a point value on that card. I'm sure it's 5 points. That's what the other one is. Some new tokens. The WWD Arena Indoor. So this map looks pretty cool. I like all the obscuring terrain. So should be good. And
nice.
then the backstage area.
Cool.
There we go. Yeah.
I mean, to me, like all this stuff, it doesn't really until I see it and like in
person.
Like, yeah, but also like you're playing it because it doesn't it's not legal. So to me, it's like whatever. That's why the X-Men it's coming up real soon. So it actually matters. I actually played it. So, you got anything else?
So we did the Bronze Age, we did the WWE Powers, we did the Modern with animated. You want to talk about LA Comic-Con?
Oh, yeah. So we are going to be at LA Comic-Con on October 12th.
Nice. You got a booth?
That weekend, yeah. We are going to be, so it's October 11? No. Sorry. October 11, 12, 13. Is that right?
Yeah. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. October 11, 12, 13. It used to be Stan Lee's Comic Con, but now it's LA Comic Con, which is part of like that whole Comic Con conglomerate. We are going to be running the Heroclix events. So they basically, asked us we need some events we need to fill the gaming area. So they're giving us a booth there right next to the event, and they're giving us tables to run our events at. So I gave them the schedule. We're basically just doing battle royals on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday we're doing X-Men, and these are all X-Men. We're doing X-Men sealed, and then Popper. So X-Men sealed at 12, Popper at 3:30, and then on Sunday we're doing 500 name theme Team Silver Age.
Nice.
And
which is carded and up.
Yeah, all carded, name theme team for 4-figure minimum. No additional game elements other than those figures. ATAs are allowed. All of them are going to be 3 rounds of Swiss. Just pretty simple, casual, but we're going to have sealed product there for sale. If they also want to play Battle Royals with those sealed product, that's fine too.
Yeah, Battle Royals all day, baby.
Yeah, the entry is going to be $5 for the constructed events. $35 for the sealed, $18 for Battle Royal, and then we have the Baron Mordo OP kit and the X-Men animated release OP kit for pricing, so we could give maps, figures. And then on top of that, we're gonna have our brick box stuff there. We should have the October one there, but we'll have the leftovers from this September. And then we're also gonna be having all of our neoprene maps are gonna be up there for sale.
Okay.
All the older, because we have a lot. And then lastly, we'll probably be promoting the trial and the open series in December. So we'll have a brochure, and if any store wants to run, blah blah blah. We'll have a buy list. People want to trade their stuff in, sell whatever, we could do that. But it should be fun because it doesn't really cost us anything, because they're providing us with the booth, they're providing us with the gaming space, and the booth is right next to the gaming area, which is perfect.
Oh, it's perfect, yeah.
And then we get badges. The only thing is, if you want to play in the event, you have to buy a badge to get into the event.
You get to buy a badge to get into the con.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're going to be checking. That's why it's all pretty casual, simple stuff, so that you're not bogged down there for 8 hours. You just play for a couple hours and go check the event. Go check the con. It's cool because we get free badges, so we have that whole weekend to check out all the festivities and all.
Nice, so, very cool.
Should be fun. Hopefully that'll be good to get the LA crowd to get into the open series.
Nice.
Because we had a few people already from LA, but it would be nice to get more of those stores in.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So should be fun. I mean, if you can make it down.
Hey, as soon as they get that high speed train,
I know,
where
right?
it's an hour and a half to get down there, I'll be down there.
What? Hour and a half? What is that? That's like a plane ride.
All right, so it'll be fast, like half an hour down there, going a million miles an hour.
Dude, so even faster than a plane? It's gonna go faster than a plane?
It's a high speed train. Those things go fast.
How fast?
I don't know.
They're not gonna go faster than 500 miles an hour.
All right, let's look this up. High speed trains.
What's it say? Because from here to up there, it's like an hour and a half flight, and that's us going 400 or 500 miles an hour in the air.
All right, it says it's 160 miles an hour. It's
yeah, so no way. It's still gonna take. Okay, fine. It's still gonna be 3 or 4 hours.
Fake news. Never mind.
Better than 8, right?
I'm just gonna start working on my freaking flyer miles.
I was like, dude, what train are you taking?
I don't know.
That's like I
was looking at the kilometers.
So you were looking at so it's 2.2 more, but I mean that'll be cool.
Yeah,
I mean, that beats. I mean, if it cuts your time in half, because let's say you're going 80 miles an hour up and down on average, you're going 160.
Nonstop.
So how long does it take you to get down here? 6 hours?
7 hours last trip.
Okay, so it'll be 3.5 hours through this new train.
So that's way better.
That's way awesome. Oh my god, dude, that means
I'm not sitting in a car.
I would do that. I would do that all the time because it's nothing.
People do that. So I don't know how it is down there, but we have the main Bay Area up here, and then there's the valley. So people commute in 3 hours into the San Francisco or every day. It's crazy. And then they do that shit going back home. I'm just oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's a lifestyle. Make all that big money in the city and Go live big in the country.
All right. Well,
Heroclix wise, I think that's it. I will. We'll do a little popper event this week, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, I would wait until X-Men, but yeah, just to get it going, you should just do it now.
Get our feet wet, see what's going on.
It was pretty fun because it was cool. I got to play like different things. Yeah. You know, people were just playing different, whatever fun stuff. But I'm sure it could get crazy because people weren't even using ID cards.
Yeah, I like to see different stuff.
So
get bored seeing the same thing over and over again.
We've had a bunch of articles up on our Apex Insiders page. Isaac, we've had a bunch of world stuff, and then we have Isaac's report.
Yeah.
So if you look on the select side, which is the bottom, you see Isaac Arnold Berkowitz 2019 World Championship Tournament report. Boom. Yeah. So, and then we have news. We have all the top 8 lists. Actually, the top 16 lists, I believe, are up there.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just 8. I think it's 8. I have all the top 8 on our forum, and then boom, there it is. That's the news. So that's all the top 8.
Yeah.
We're gonna have, Adam's gonna be putting up an article this week on Legion and Modern.
Shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, and then...
Oh, man, imagine if that was still legal in Modern. That would be gross.
Yeah, good thing they didn't. And then, so you see up there, the French Force, X-Men Regenesis, how Pedro's, what's going to be good for Regenesis. Mm-hmm. And then we're probably going to have one regarding X-Men Animated as well. Okay. And then we'll probably, as it gets closer, we'll probably talk about, we'll have some popper articles.
Sounds good.
That's it. It's only $3 a month. There's a lot of free stuff we have up there, but, you want to read some high level stuff, get to the premium side. Yep. It's a way to keep the site going, keep my writers compensated, and, just keep the community going because, like we said, this is the living history of Heroclix right here, competitive play.
This is true. And like I said, there's a lot of good articles. Always get that little extra scoop, especially right before Worlds. See what George is playing.
Yeah.
So.
See what Steve's playing. So. All right. Well, I guess that's it for now. And then I guess we still got another week to wait for X-Men.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But whatever. So I guess.
It'll be here sooner than not. So next week we still won't have X-Men, so we won't talk about that.
Yeah, but, I mean, I did also get some Star Trek Resistance, like a four bricks coming in, or 4 boxes.
Nice.
So, luckily.
Oh, that's right. I need to call my rep back about that. He called me today, but I was so busy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess until next time, when in doubt, perplex the attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice. Yeah, don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.